Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
That one sentence broke the internet. But what you didn't hear was who was standing right behind Katt Williams when he said it. He didn't know whose plane it was. That's what he said. But Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy has been dropping different breadcrumbs entirely. And when you line them up next to everything Katt just blew open, the picture that forms is one Hollywood has been praying you never see. The industry relies on our disunity. Murphy expressed they've instilled this fear in us. This fear of losing what little we have. But it's time to challenge that fear. Fear, silence, disappearance, 3 men, 1 island, and a story Hollywood has worked overtime to keep buried. But here's what nobody is connecting. Let's go back, because before you can understand what happened to Chris Tucker, you have to remember who Chris Tucker was. Not the cautious, carefully worded, born-again version you see smiling on red carpets today. Not the man who turned down tens of millions of dollars because of a fictional weed-smoking scene. We're talking about the original Chris Tucker, the one who made the entire planet feel like they were running through Compton on a Friday afternoon with nowhere to be and nothing to lose. This was a man who came out of Atlanta with nothing but raw talent and the kind of energy that Hollywood hadn't seen since Eddie Murphy himself walked into a room and owned it without asking anyone's permission. That instinct was right. Friday dropped in 1995 on a $3.5 million budget, filmed in 20 days, and became a cultural earthquake. Smokey wasn't just funny. Smokey was free. He was the kind of character that made you feel like the system couldn't touch you. Like joy was a form of rebellion. And then Tucker didn't stop. He went from Friday to The Fifth Element, from Money Talks to Jackie Brown. 3 hit films in a single year, 1997, and Hollywood was practically kneeling at his feet. But it was Rush Hour that turned Chris Tucker from a star into a phenomenon. By 2001, after Rush Hour 2 crossed global box office records, Chris Tucker was the highest paid actor on planet Earth, $25 million per film. In the early 2000s, let that number sit for a second. Even Jamie Foxx, one of the most gifted performers of his generation, admitted that Chris Tucker made him question himself. When Jamie Foxx says you shook him, you are operating on a different level of talent entirely. So here is the question that has haunted Hollywood for over 2 decades. A man at that level, with that money, that talent, that cultural power, why did he vanish? Not fade, not slow down, vanish. The answer has been floating in the air for years, but it took 2 people willing to say it out loud to finally make it undeniable. Katt Williams and Eddie Murphy. And when you put their words together, what emerges isn't a rumor anymore. It's a map. January 3rd, 2024. The Club Shay Shay podcast. Shannon Sharpe is sitting across from Katt Williams, and they're having what most people expected to be a lively, funny conversation about comedy, legacy, and the golden era of Black Hollywood. Nobody expected Katt to detonate a bomb. Shannon brought up Friday. He was speaking warmly about cast members who had passed and the possibility of a 4th film. And that's when Katt Williams did what Katt Williams does. He said the thing everyone else had been trained not to say.
The Chris Tucker